Hi, so this is a hyperopia update, and in this video I'm going to be continuing the theme of letting the eyes relax, that is by just letting the gaze drift downwards or sinking the eyes. So this is actually working out quite well for me. Generally what I'm finding is that I'm a lot more comfortable, and also things are a little bit clearer. So I've tried many times before to relax the eyes and it just wasn't working. But I clicked onto the idea, well, when I used to relax the eyes, what was I doing? Just letting the gaze drift downwards, and I haven't done that for a very long time because I got into other habits. But anyway, so what I've been finding is actually quite interesting, because I've mentioned before that I find my vision is also linked to my posture. So if my posture is better, my vision is much longer. And what's been happening is if I relax the eyes in this way, it seems to push me upwards. So I have a much better posture, and as a result I get a bit longer sighted, and also my eyes being more relaxed means they also widen slightly, so I'm not squinting at everything, I'm not tensing all the time, so that is a positive. Now the other interesting thing I found is that you know, when I'm able to do this, particularly when I'm on my feet, I notice how weak I am down one side. And that, again, is down to habit. You know, I've been favouring one side or turning to one side over the years. So I need to kind of build up some core strength and even myself out a bit. But I think that will help, and I think I'm in a good position to do that now. The other thing I noticed was I was getting a bit of acid reflux or heartburn or something, which I never really had before, but simply because I'm just standing up a lot straighter, instead of being like that all the time. And you think that would probably give you more acid reflux, but suddenly standing up straight, I'm suddenly in a different position. So everything is in a different position. So it feels a bit weird, and it's going to take some getting used to. But yeah, I can work on that. So far, so good. That is a positive. I've experimented a little bit as well. So I tried sitting down to see what I might need to read, and conversely, or paradoxically if you will, I was actually finding at this table here, +6 was what seemed to be best to see a page. Now these are +12s, these are what I walk around in all day, and I have some that are even higher from the optician to relax if I need to. So normally if you're wearing plus glasses, you would certainly need a higher plus for close up than you would for long distance. So okay, why might that be? I think probably because when I'm sitting, because I'm really quite uneven, it's easier to rectify when I'm actually standing up than when I'm sitting. So I still have quite a bad posture, even though I'm, you know, more relaxed, just letting my eyes drop. So that's probably why I'm taking a lower plus in a sitting position. And so I got this lighting here, I'd take a 6 here, but I think in other places where the lighting is stronger, I would probably have a bit more of a plus for that. So that's that. And then the other interesting thing was I just tried without glasses at all, so just with a page in front of me, letting my eyes fall on the page and just trying to relax and blur it out. And it was like a switch had been thrown, or something had flipped, because I just found myself automatically forced into this very tight focus. I could see the page, but everything was jumping around, and I could not, for the life of me, relax my eyes to just let things blur. I don't know why, but this has happened before, most notably at an eye test. That's one I did about May. And what we were finding was that by about plus 3 or plus 4, I would see an image briefly, but it would fade out. But then anything below that, I would see it, and it was like my eyes would just get a death grip on it. So it was like my visual system was going into overdrive. So it's kind of like there's some weird threshold at which everything just goes about face. Now, I don't know what could be causing that. I mean, it may be a fairly simple explanation, like the explanation I have for why I might need a lower plus if I'm sitting down to something. So as weird as it is, it could be something really quite simple. And I'm kind of mentioning it because if this is my problem, then I'm certainly this is going to be some other people's problem as well. I'm sure I'm not unique in having this happen. So yeah, so that is basically what I found this week and what's been happening. So I've been really happy with how this has gone. Obviously, I'll talk about how it's going again in another video, and we'll see what happens. So if it's as simple as just letting my eyes sink, well, why on earth didn't I do that before? Firstly, when I don't think so much is really known about this. So I don't think this is, you know, any disrespect to any opticians out there, that this wouldn't be being picked up. I think this is kind of a fairly new thing that people are finding out about, and in this circumstance, I think the only person who could have dug down and gone, well, what actually is happening here, was me. And I think that is just purely down to circumstances. I think in a few years' time, people will be more aware of how hyperopia works. There is more awareness, for instance, that you know, it's often asymptomatic. There is awareness of postural differences. There's also awareness that it's not always stable. That is all, you know, fairly new stuff. So the knowledge of this field, that is still developing. So that you know, is probably why it took so long to work out this aspect. So anyway, I'm going to be getting on the balance board more, obviously keep sinking those eyes and working on some core strength to complement the relaxation with the eyes. So yeah, that's it for this week. Please like, please subscribe, and hope to see you in my next video.